Hello there, Lagos, and welcome to another exciting edition of Hotspot on your number one online television channel, CTV. Guys, really, I have to say welcome. It's been a while. I hope you all missed me. Yes, we are back. It's Hotspot, and I am your host, the one and only, the principal thing, Wisdom Chimoba, here to serve you all the interesting updates coming from the world of sports. Yes, and on Hotspot, our focus is not just only on football. We get to give you updates coming from other sports. And today, our focus is going to be on the Olympics. Yes, I will be giving you some updates coming from the Olympics. For those of us that were not able to, keep up with the events happening at the Olympics, I am here to serve you all of those updates. So guys, welcome. I want you to just sit back, relax, because today is going to be fun, because Wisdom is here to serve you everything just the way you like it. So don't go anywhere. We're going to go on a very short break, and we'll be back in a bit. All right, Lagos, once again, I say welcome back. You are still listening to Hotspot on your number one online television channel, CTV. It's unfortunate that we'll be starting on a very sad note today. Why do I say sad? Not as if anything bad happened, but the Team Nigeria, or the men representing us, for Team Nigeria at the Olympics for the 4 times 400 meter relay race has been disqualified, and that just came today. That's talking about the quartet of Emmanuel Ojeli, Ezekiel Nathaniel, Dubem Amening, and Chidi Okezie. They have been disqualified from the men's 4 times 400 meter relay race at the Paris Olympics. That is talking about today. In fact, this afternoon, to be precise. The men's team finished second. Funny enough, in the semi-final, with a particular interesting record of 2 minutes 59.81 seconds. However, they got disqualified by the referee after one of Team Nigeria, that's a member of Team Nigeria, impeded a South African athlete during a changeover. So that was what resulted to the disqualification of Team Nigeria, which is quite unfortunate. The fact that they finished second, gave them a chance of making it to the final, but it is what it is. Nigeria has been knocked out of that one. Now, as a result of the disqualification of Team Nigeria, South African men, took that position, while Botswana, who were the bronze medalists back in Tokyo 2020, finished first in that heat, and so they would be making it. So they would be joined by Great Britain, the United States, Japan, France, Belgium, Zambia, Italy, and South Africa. So that is the team that would make it to the final. Those are the teams that would make it to the final for the 4 times 400 meters relay race. So guys, that is how we'll be starting today's show on a very sad note. And still talking about that, we'll be moving over to the case of Toby Amusan, who was in fact, really, I have to say, for me personally, I'm gutted for this one, because Toby Amusan, we were hoping to at least lay our hand on a gold medal through Toby Amusan, but that would not be the case, as Toby Amusan has also she's been knocked out of the 100 meter hurdle final. Yes, Toby Amusan, the 2022 world champion, and a world record holder for the women's 100 meter hurdle. She failed to reach the final, which was quite painful. Yes, was quite painful. Funny enough, she finished She finished with a time of 12.55 seconds, which wasn't just good enough. At the end of the day, she ended 9th. Normally, it is the top 8. The top 8 finishers that get to qualify to the next round, but unfortunately for her, with that record of 12.55 seconds, she could not make it to the final. So Nigeria's chances of even laying their hands on a gold medal, in fact, just became slimmer than we all expected. And you know, some people have reacted to this on social media, even calling on the help of God, saying, hey, God should have mercy upon us. Whatever we've done that is making our athletes not to perform. Well, I don't think this is a case of calling God. For me personally, I wonder what you make of it, but I don't think God, this is the way you get to involve God, because we really need to do our own assignments before we get to involve God, because we know that the preparation for this Olympics wasn't even good enough. Most of these athletes out there, they are just doing it out of pure passion. I don't think the preparation and the support by the Nigerian the Nigerian Ministry of Sport, I don't think it was top notch, but it is what it is. We had the case of Favour Ofili, who had a bit of an issue with her name not being registered in the Olympics, and you know, it's a whole lot. I don't really want to meddle into that conversation, but we're moving on now. We're going to talk about the Tigress. At least this one would give us a little bit of hope, although it's hope on a sad note again, because they have also been knocked out of the women's tennis tournament. Yes, that's talking about the event of the women's tennis. We're talking about the Tigress, who, funny enough, were very, very impressive for me. They set quite a number of records, which I would be reading out for you. And really, I have to give credit to Coach Rani Wakama, who has been so brilliant. Well, the Tigress, they got knocked out in the quarterfinals by the United States of America in a very, very tight encounter. A very tight encounter. Honestly, it was quite a painful one, but nonetheless, the Tigress gave a very, very good performance. A very, very impressive performance, one that everyone was proud of. They lost that game to the United States 74-88. They gave their all, but it was just, you know, not meant to be. But let me just read out some of the records that they managed to accomplish. And now these records I'm going to be reading out for you, it's not just only for the records that they set in the Olympics, but we're also going to I also want to give you a bit of insight as to the incredible performance by Rani Wakama, who is the coach of the Tigress. Rani Wakama, she has led the Tigress, to win the Afro Basket title, becoming the first female coach to do that. She's also the first coach to lead Nigeria to victory against a top-ranked team, that is talking about Australia at the Olympics. She is also the first coach to lead an African team, an African basketball team, to win a single Olympic tournament, to win 2 single Olympic tournaments, because talking about the Olympics, only out of 37 games, out of 37 games, I need to get my facts right. Out of 37 games, I think African teams have only won just 1. But Rani Wakama came and broke that record, going winning 2 games, in fact back to back. That she's also the first coach to lead an African basketball team, either male or female, to the quarterfinals of the Olympics. No team has done it, either male or female team, to make it to the quarterfinals of the Olympic. In the history of the Olympics, Rani Wakama took the Tigress, to the quarterfinal, where we lost to the United States of America. But nonetheless, these ladies have been really impressive. They've given a very, very good performance, one to be proud of. And in fact, some notable names in Nigeria, really had to come out and give credit to these ladies for their incredible performance at the Olympics. Notable names like the governor of Enugu State, talking about Peter Amba, who hailed, the women's national team, as well as the senator representing the Federal Capital Territory, talking about Ireti Kimbimbe. Kimbimbe, yes, she also, had to come out to laud the Super Falcons and, beg your pardon, the Tigress. She had to come out and laud them and say, these ladies, really put off a good performance. It's something to be proud of, honestly. If there is nothing positive for Nigeria to take from this Olympics. I think that should be the positive. If you can't find any other thing positive to take from the Olympics, I think the performance of the Tigress is enough to put a smile on the face of Nigerians, and to even give us that glimmer of hope that, hey, no matter what, Nigeria is always Nigeria. We know how to step up on the big stage, but I think we just ran out of luck this time. So guys, we are going to go on a very quick break. Once we come back from this break, we'll be wrapping up the show talking about football. Yes, hey, we can't end the show without talking about football, so we are going to go on this break. Once we come back, we'll be concluding the show with football. Once again, welcome back. You're still listening to Hotspot on your #1 online television channel, CTV, and I remain your host, Wisdom Chinguba, aka the Principal Thing, serving you all the fresh updates coming from the world of sports. Our focus so far has been on the Olympics. I've been giving you updates from the Olympics, but still dwelling on the Olympics. Now we'll be moving over to the football side of Olympics, where we are getting to the closing stages of the football tournament in the Olympics. So today we would be witnessing, or in fact we have witnessed already, the third place matches both for the women and the men's football tournament. And I can confirm now that Germany, who took on Spain in the early hours of today, for the women, has won that game by a goal to nil. So Germany has taken third place. That is, the bronze medal would be going to Germany, who has defeated Spain by a goal to nil. And talking about the men, yesterday Morocco did something nasty to Egypt, smashing Egypt by 6 goals to nil. My goodness, that is not a nice way to send someone packing, but it is what it is. The third place match for the bronze medal for the men between Morocco and Egypt ended 6-0, with Morocco smashing Egypt and telling them that, hey, we are the bigger boys when it comes to football. But that is how it ended. So Morocco taking the bronze medal. But for the final, for the women, we get to see the final go down tomorrow. We get to know who will be taking the gold and who will be taking the silver between Brazil and the United States of America. That game would be by 4 p.m. And then for the men today, with the one that a whole lot of people have been anticipating. Just few minutes from now, we would see France take on Spain. Both teams have been on fire, especially the likes of players like Fermin Lopez and Ebere Chieze, or Michael Olise, beg your pardon, for France as well as Spain. Both of these youngsters have been really impressive. Ebere Chieze scoring 2 goals with 4 assists, while Fermin Lopez 4 goals with, I think, 2 assists as well. So both of them want to really look out for. In fact, they would be going head to head this evening by 5 p.m. So France will be taking on Spain. You can do well, to look out for that game. For those of you that are into the white paper things, that is one game for you to kind of cash out, but you really need to be smart. Whatever you're doing, do it wisely, okay? So, but still on football, now we're going to leave the Olympics and go to club football, and that is where we would call or we'll drop down the curtain. It has to do with the Community Shield, and this one is for you Manchester United fans. We all know that United surprised Manchester City in the FA Cup final towards the end of last season. Even I myself, as a United fan, was kind of surprised, but it is what it is. We are happy for the victory nonetheless. But Manchester United and Erik ten Hag have expressed their concern going into that game, because United seem to be having a whole lot of issues with injuries, especially in that backline. United are having doubts for the likes of Harry Maguire, Victor Lindelof, even Luke Shaw as well as Aaron Wan-Bissaka. So United might be forced to play with a makeshift backline. The only fit defender available is Lisandro Martinez, who just got back from his Copa America break. So United, are kind of confused on what to do with their backline, because that game would be going down tomorrow by 3 p.m. at Wembley. Yes, that game is by 3 p.m. tomorrow at Wembley. So United would need to come up with something. Erik ten Hag has expressed his worry, but at the same time, still believes that United can still make it. So for United fans, this one is for you. You can do well to drop your comments, because we have been streaming live on Facebook as well as YouTube for all of the talking points which we've given out today. You can do well to drop your comments and tell me what you make of all of this information. For Team Nigeria, it's unfortunate that the tournament that's talking about the Olympics might be ending without us even laying our hands on a gold medal. And for Manchester United fans out there, what do you make of this? Do you think United have a good chance against Manchester City tomorrow with all of their injury worries, or do you think Manchester City might just get their pound of flesh for losing the FA Cup? So guys, really I have to say this is where I would be drawing the curtain, because it's been fun giving out all of this information to you, our dear listeners. We know you are always there listening to us, and it's always fun serving you all of this fresh information. Don't forget guys that this show is sponsored by the Adama Sule Foundation. Well, I have been your host, Wisdom Chumuba, aka Principal Thing, telling you goodbye. But before you go guys, do not forget Proverbs 4 verse 7. Wisdom is the principal thing, therefore get wisdom, and in all that getting, get understanding. Goodbye.